Hi everyone, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Everyone, I wanted to do this new moon solar eclipse reading for you. If you're not interested in the intro, although I think the intro is very important this time, you can skip right ahead, go right ahead down to your own sign or your own signs. I recommend you listen both to your sun and your moon because it's a new moon, but it's a solar eclipse. So both of them has very strong influence in our lives right now. Just skip to your sign if you're not interested in the little babble here in the beginning. For those who are, I just want to say this is the second moon that we have, the second new moon that we have in Aries. So that's of significance. And Aries is all about new. It's the first sign of the new astrological year. Year. It's all about new beginnings. It's all about new start. I wrote down a few words that I just felt it was so. It's about movement. It's about new start. It's about let's go. Let's do this. Action. Big changes. That's what I sort of associate with the Aries energy, if you will, and the fact that we've had two new moons. It's not a full moon. It's when it's time to start something new. You put the seed down. You go on this new adventure. It's all about the newness of this, and you're going to probably feel the biggest transformation of this new moon solar eclipse. And I'm going to also talk about the fact that it's a hybrid moon, which I just love the hybrid theme of this. For what it means, but also for what I feel it means. You're going to start to feel probably around now, depending on when you listen to this, but like mid-April until, and probably strong, good 1 or even 2 weeks into May, there's a big transformation happening here with this new moon solar eclipse. And the fact that it's called a hybrid moon, the hybrid moon is all about, it's just about the movement of the moon's shadow over the planet. So it's not like a full stationary. I'm not even going to get into that because I don't really have the foundation for it. I don't even have the knowledge for it. So I'm not going to go into something that I don't know. So read about it. You can, if you're really interested in exactly what the hybrid means, go read about it. But it's about the movement of the moon's shadow across the planet during this new moon solar eclipse. And the reason is called, I just want to say how rare it is. It's in all these moons that are happening, we only have 3%, or actually 3.1% to be very clear, precise, out of all the moons. It's a hybrid moon is 3% out of all the things happening. So for me, the hybrid is, when it's a blend, it is a blend. That's the fact around this moon, that it is a mix of one way for the moon to appear, for the moon to move, and another way for the moon to move or appear. But for me, it's like, okay, what are you doing in your life right now? What are you trying to bridge? What are you trying to blend? What is the hybrid part of you? What is taking place that you are maybe coming out of something and moving into something new? What is it that you're trying to maybe invite more into your life of, or maybe get rid of? But it's not like a full letting go and stepping into something new. It's a blend. It's a mix. And I love the hybrid mix, that it's from two different things. You can get a little bit going into different species, different DNA, upgrades of the DNA, if you will. I'm not going to get into that today. I just feel like it's there. Okay. Let's see what else I've written down here. The hybrid eclipse. Right. So think back, like the rarity of the hybrid, or for these, like how rare these eclipses happen. So we had the last one in 2013. So think back in your life. Where were you in 2013? And maybe at first glance, I was looking at this. I was like, 2013. I don't know if all that much was happening. But when I started to realize what started to happen for me in 2013 that then led to other things, definitely in 2014, 15 and so forth, there was a big change starting for me. Like the seed was put down in 2013. And now we have this new hybrid eclipse again in 2023. And the next one is going to be in 2031. And I think it's 7 hybrids in a century or something like that. It's like really, really rare. And it's I love how it's 7 because it's a completion type of thing. We're back into the 16 again. It's like so the actual eclipse, the actual when it takes place, how fast it goes, it's leading up to it. And there's a moment where it actually is an eclipse, and then it's a leading out of it. And for the duration of that time, it's like 1 minute and 16 seconds. So it's a full, we can think of it as a whole, and then 16 seconds. And so the 16 again represents that we've had so many full moons now recently in 16 degrees. So the 16 keeps reappearing, which is all about, as a numerology nerd, I can't look away from that. So that's all about sudden shifts and sudden changes. If we don't talk about 1 minute and 16 seconds, but we actually add it up to just seconds, it's 76 seconds. And in numerology, you add those up, which is a 13, and 13 is all about transformation, death leading to life. So it's like one thing after the other, just sort of saying there is a change here, there's newness here, there's a grand opportunity for changing course of your life, going after inventing, starting new, starting fresh with whatever it is that you want. I would really, really use the energy of this. This is obviously, I didn't even say that, happening on the 20th of April. Actually, the 19th in some parts of the world, depending on where you live. So go check that out if you're interested. But 19th or 20th of April. And it's really specifically meaningful for me because my little boy has his birthday on the very new moon solar eclipse on the 20th of April. So that's going to be a fun one. Okay. I think that was enough information. Let's just call it a huge transformational moon. Again, there's a lot of things happening right now. So, welcome Aries to your new moon quickie, we have to say. And Aries, obviously you're going to feel this one more than everyone else because it's in your sign. It's the second new moon in your sign. It's all about change and transformation for you. If this is bringing up a lot of stuff for you, like a lot of shadow things, because this is what the hybrid does. It's the movement of the shadow of the moon over the planet. So if that brings a lot of shadow stuff up for you, just try to ground yourself as much as you possibly can. Drink water, get enough sleep in there. Sleep probably is the most vital thing that you can use as you just ground yourself for this transformation. But also take the time to really sit down and think about how you want your life to look, into the future, and see what you really want, because you can use this energy to really implement that. Okay, Aries, what do we have for Aries? A little new moon quickie. What do we have for Aries, please? You're not going crazy. You're not going mental. You're just transforming, basically. Well, how fitting is this? Okay, so we have 3 and 6 here. So the third eye chakra. This means that you will have much more contact or connection with your intuition, with your psychic center. This is a time where you really can tune into, if you're interested in those types of things, to just sit down and tune into your third eye. Really put your focus on and intention on your third eye and say, I want to be connected to my third eye, to my psychic abilities, to my healing abilities, and really activate those during this time if that's interesting for you. Other than that, I would just say this is a time to really pay attention to your intuition. What is your intuition telling you to do right now? What is your guidance? Where are you being guided right now? And not just hear what the guidance is saying and intuition is saying, but follow it. And the next one is fertility. So fitting. It's a fertile situation. It's time for everything. It's time for a launch of a new business. It's time to go on that date. It's time to get out into the world, to be a part of a bigger group, to meet up with friends and have fun, to go on that trip, to go on that journey. Like whatever this is, it's like going on in your life that you feel like you want to get into the next level of. It's just such a fertile moment to start doing this. And the fact that we just get this card that emphasizes that is just really, really beautiful. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Aries. Thank you. Hi, beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your new moon quickie, your new moon solar eclipse quickie. Let's see what we have for Taurus, please, for this big transformational time. First one just really effortlessly flew out there. Truth. 2.0 version of yourself. It's an upgrade going on there. And we want one more. And the truth shall set you free, Taurus. There you go. Okay, emotional loss. So this might be a time for you, Taurus, where you're stepping into, like, you're no longer holding back. You're no longer hiding away your authentic version, your truest version of yourself. This is when you're finding balance within yourself. Like I said, 20 is the 2.0 version of you. It's like when you take that leap of faith and you upgrade yourself. When you then leave something behind, meaning that can literally be leaving relationships behind, leaving a work-related situation behind, leaving friends behind, they just don't mesh. They just don't vibe with the new place that you're stepping into. If this is even a role of yourself, like a version of yourself that you don't like, it's just no longer a fit to where your expansion is taking you. There's an emotional loss here. Just let yourself, just like if you would grieve any other thing, if there's a breakup, if there's someone crosses over to the other side, no one would ever doubt your need for grieving if that was the case. But sometimes shifting versions of ourselves might not be so visible to the outside world, but it's as real and as emotional for the inside world of you. And so just really take your time through this transit, through this transformation, as you leave parts of yourself behind and even people behind, to feel the feelings of grief, because sometimes we can really feel that. We need a moment to feel that sadness and just let it come up to the surface and heal itself, basically. It's just going to transform and transcend back into the light where it belongs. And it's a 5, so it is a little bit of a challenge to get over, but soon enough, you're going to be more focused on the upgrade that you've done than the things or the people that you left behind. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Taurus. Thank you. Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse quickie. Let's see what we have for Gemini here, please. Some information for Gemini for this transit. We're starting with mental conflict. And Gemini. There you go. And wisdom. Okay, so we're starting with this mental conflict. So I just feel like there's something you've already... So you see this side. This side is a little bit like boxed in. We have all these squares and rectangular, like it's very boxed in thinking. Never mind. I was trying to go for a word, but I couldn't find it. And here on the other side is like, it's really blooming. It's really like thinking outside of the box, literally thinking outside of the box, and not so squared here. We're thinking in new terms. We're thinking in process, in progress, moving forward. And there's a little bit of, and I understand, like with this new moon, this hybrid moon, which is really representative here, it's like you go for something, but maybe then the comfort zone in the old, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for any of us that how can something that's really, really good for us not feel comfortable? How can, when something's really, really beneficial, it has the most, healing ability for our body, for our soul, and yet it feels uncomfortable to go there. It's like a paradox, because it should just feel so natural and so comfortable and so safe to go to something that really feels good for us. But it doesn't, it has nothing to do with that. So if you're comfortable with no money, you might be really, really uncomfortable with a lot of money. And this is like, maybe this is around health, that you're like, all of a sudden you're starting to get healthier. You're starting to feel really well in your body. But the old mind goes, we're not comfortable here. What will happen if I get completely well or get completely healthy? I don't know. Let's go back into this little, and then there's like a little tug of war, if you will, a little back and forth going on for Gemini right now. This can also be, you're thinking about moving forward in the relationship, not maybe wanting to stay in a relationship. You're starting to think about the future. It's bright, it's blossoming. And then you go back to the old way of thinking, like, well, maybe I shouldn't leave them. Maybe let's give this another round. The same with the job, the same with, the ways that you think, your energy pattern. You're a little bit in a conflict here. However, your wisdom will prevail. Like, you will come into a wise place. It will lead to a wiser place to determine more wise decisions for yourself. Like, decide which will be better for you. You won't get stuck here. But the new moon solar eclipse for sure will kick you off into higher gear when it comes to, like, pick one. Like, don't go be so back and forth. Be back and forth is the most, draining thing you can ever be in, because the back and forth feeling only have you attract more things that you can go a little bit back and forth on. So the quicker you can make a decision, even making a decision to be very squared again and to go almost back into the old, can sometimes serve you better, because it brings clarity to then, okay, now I know exactly what to do. You're going to come into wisdom about this. You're going to know where to go. Use the new moon, use the solar eclipse to put down an intention on what you want. And it might be that you're just saying, I don't know what I want. That's the whole thing. I don't know. Do I stay? Do I go? No. What you want is peace, love, understanding, satisfaction, joy, happiness. You know those things. So set the intention. This is what I want. And then let the universe show you. Be wise about this. Step into your wisdom about this. You got this, Gemini. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Gemini. Bye. Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse. Kiki. What do we have for Cancer here, please, for this transformation? Some guiding words, some inspirational words. What do we have for Cancer, please? First card out is partnerships and alliances. Beautiful. Coming together with others, whether that is romantic partnerships, friends, co-workers, starting a new group. And what else here for Cancer, please? Number 3 there also signifies creation, manifestation, celebration. It's also the biggest rhyme. That's way too many. I'm sorry. We want one card, please. One or maybe most 2. Because this is a quickie. There you go. Throat chakra. Wow. Okay. So during this new moon, this solar eclipse, this hybrid eclipse, it's all about coming together with like-minded people that shares your vision, joining up, like joining forces with others. And if this is just one person in your life, if this is a new friend, a romantic partner, a business partner, a family member, you're reconnecting with someone in your family, whatever this is, or like if this is a larger group, you're getting on board with charity work, community work, whatever this is for you, it's going to come from a very, very authentic place. This throat chakra that speaks about authenticity, truth, realness, just coming from a place that's very stand-up-ish. Can you say that? It's like when we know exactly, it's coming from the pure place. It's coming from a clean place. It's where we want to come together. We're like-minded. We share the same vision, and we just want to come from the purest of the heart and set something into motion. Or if this, like I said, if this is just one relationship like with one person, it's going to be built on honesty. It's going to be built on integrity and on respect, truth. You know, it's really, really beautiful connections being made for Cancer during this transit. That's really beautiful. So that's what I have for you, beautiful Cancer. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse quickie. What do we have for Leo, please, for this transit? Some guidance here for Leo, please. Leo. We get one card, but we're waiting for another one. The first card is Harmony. Strong connection there for someone. Harmony for Leo. Beautiful. Number 6, which is Love and Harmony. Another card, please, for Leo. There you go. Wow. And then 4, Authority. This is like such a beautiful message. If we're starting with this one, this is when during this time, of course, we have a connection here on the table. We have a connection in this card. This can be a soulmate. This can be a just a beautiful, beautiful friend, a new connection being made with a friend that just really gets you and that you really get them. And whatever level this is, in whatever capacity or like fashion that this relationship is being presented, that's going to be completely different for everyone because it's a general read. I just feel also that this is like such a beautiful time for you individually, Leo. Like there's something about this new moon, this solar eclipse that just catalyzes you into a more harmonious place within yourself. And so that's probably why you're attracting at this stage other people that are sharing the same harmony, the same love that you're starting to feel within yourself. This Authority card is asking you to stay in this energy. Not to just have it like as a visit, like to visit the harmony or visit the love or visit the core of this feeling, but to move in there. This is not a rental lease for 3 months. This is a permanent residence. We get the metaphor. And the Authority card for me represents like staying in your integrity, being just really invincible, like just nothing can really shake you, nothing, however much is blowing around you, to just really find that centeredness. And the number 4 represents also love, and it represents a core foundation. So it's a very powerful, very strong message here. There probably is going to be a connection that's being made over this transit, and he's also asking for you to continue to stand strong in this newfound power, in this newfound love, if you will. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Leo. Thank you. Bye. And hi, beautiful Virgo. Welcome, as we say in Germany. Welcome to your new moon, solar eclipse, hybrid eclipse, quickie. Even the name is not a quickie. The name is such a long name. What do we have for Virgo here, please, for this transit, for this transformational time? What do we have for Virgo Nation, please? My beautiful Virgo Nation. There you go. Victory and success. with the number 6. Doesn't get much better than that. Okay, I just have to address that I just heard someone say, how can it get better than this? How can it get even better than this? So probably someone is using those words like, no matter what the situation, is like always saying, how can it get better than this? I'm just saying, this is freaking good. You don't have to aim any higher than this. You're going to be good for a day or two if you just settle into that energy. Another card. We're just waiting for another card. Like you're calling in the sun. You probably are very, very in tune with the solar eclipse on this one. Another card. I feel like there's another card. So I'm not going to give up. There you go. Wow. Patience and planning. We have number 7 there. So 6 and 7. There is a process for you that you're going through right now. And it feels like I maybe said that even for the April guidance. So we're starting with the 6 here, which is love and harmony, victory and success. I just feel like you're calling in this energy. Maybe you're sitting in meditation. You will sit in meditation over this new moon solar eclipse, this hybrid eclipse that is like, it's a calling in of this energy. Like you really are taking advantage. Doesn't sound good when I say that because it's such a word, but like you really are using the energy around the solar eclipse, and good for you because it's going to lead to something. It's going to bring a lot of clarity, a lot of light, a lot of high vibration, high energy into your life, tuning into this very energy on the day of. Excuse me. And it's like you have the resources, or you have the ability to really calling it in. And together with patience and planning, I just feel like you don't tell a Virgo to be patient, but I'm telling you to be patient at this stage. Because there's something like in the calling in, there probably is an agenda. So if you can, the universe already knows what it is that you want. You don't have to tell the universe one more time what it is that you want. So even though you maybe set the intention for the new moon solar eclipse, what it is that you want to focus on, what you want to see next in your life moving forward, you can just really focus on the light, on the high vibing energy. And as you bring that in, you're going to automatically be put in alignment with whatever it is that you're seeking. So if we can almost take the result out of the equation, it's going to go even faster. Because this is something, we see this blueprint, we see this sketch, this is a wish, this is a dream, this is a fantasy. There were 6 and 7, there's a process here. We're seeing it changes with the seasons. Where with the seasons, that's going to come into fruition. It's going to come into reality. It's no longer going to be a sketch or a blueprint. It's going to actually show up in your reality. But the more that you can just be very trusting, by all means, call in the light, call in the energy around this. Sit in as high vibration as you possibly can. Then you will show up in alignment with whatever it is that you're asking for. But then the most that you can, just release the result of this. Be patient about the transformation from dream to reality. The more you release that, the more you let go of that, the faster it's going to become a reality. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, beautiful Libra. Welcome to your new moon solar eclipse hybrid eclipse quickie. Let's see what we have for you, Libra, for this transit. What do we have for Libra, please, for this transformational time? Libra, recognition and reward. Wow. Someone is finally getting their fair share of recognition that they deserve. Just waiting for one more card. Recognition and reward. That's really beautiful. One more card for Libra, please. There we go. Oh, wow. So we have two very grounding. Look at these cards. So they're red. They have a red border. And the fact that we have two of them. So it's talking about like laying a new foundation, really finding the core of you, I just feel like there's a solid new future that you're looking into. You're gonna, whatever you've been working on, whether that is like personal growth, spiritual growth, you've been trying to get, like, launch your business, get something off the ground. Even if this is like a relationship, you're trying to make something work, and you've done it over a period of time, maybe a really long time, you're finally getting the recognition that you deserve, Libra. There's something here that's just, the limelight is going to be on you, and you're going to be recognized for what you've done. And like, if that's a recognition, like getting a promotion, getting the job, getting the guy or girl, get like whatever that is, or if this is just get the recognition that you deserve, is like the universe sees you. Does that make sense? In however way that shows up for you, you will know that you're being heard. You will know that you're being recognized for what you've done over the past time. And this will lead to this. This is like, this is positive movement forward. This is when you're sailing off into the sunset, or you're sailing off into the sunrise. This is when you have the golden boat with the golden sail. It's like, it's movement, it's positive movement forward. So if anything has been at a standstill, you've been working so hard to get something off the ground, you're finally getting the movement that you're seeking. That's just really phenomenal news. And 3 is manifestation, celebration, creation. Number 8 is as above, so below. It's like you're bringing in what it is that you want. It's endless possibilities. Okay? That's really, really beautiful, Libra. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to your new moon, solar eclipse, hybrid eclipse read. Or quickie, as I've said to everyone else. I don't know why I said read. Your quickie. Let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. What can we tell Scorpio, please, about this transit? First card out. We're waiting for a second one. The first card is Foundation and Achievements. Number 4 with the rainbow there on top of the house. That's really beautiful. And the second card, please, for Scorpio. Ooh, you get 3 cards. Everyone else has gotten 2, and for whatever reason, you get 3. Okay. This I see as the final result. This is a family that are standing there watching their new house, their new creation. They made this, they created this, you created this, Scorpio. In whatever way this shows up for you, like you did it. Or this is your vision, like this is what you want. You want the family, you want the house, you want the picket fence, you want everything. You want it all. Or if this is like work related, whatever your dream is, you want it. So this is like your picture perfect situation. It's like you have this on the vision board, like, or in your vision board, like you know what you want. This is the vision. Here comes choose wisely and temptation. I feel that over the course of like definitely starting with this new moon, solar eclipse, and coming time up ahead now, there's going to come moments in your life where you're being inspired to choose wisely and question when you feel dragged back down into some old behaviors, old decisions that you know have not worked for you in the past. This can also be like when things are changing this rapidly, as quickly as it is right now. The transformation and transitions are like just really phenomenal at this stage. Some people deal with that better and some people deal with that not so well. You can tend to be a little bit overwhelmed. Even though we're going towards better times, it can still be an overwhelmment, like how to deal with all of this. You might like start to see evidence of this, and things might start to pick up pace really quickly, to then not sort of pull back and back into your old behaviors, old ways. That's going to sort of pull you out of that. You can't fail really, but you can prolong the time it takes for you to get to this place. So it's probably a little bit of a roller coaster situation for you, a little bit back and forth, and just sort of talk to yourself. Is it worth starting to drink again? Is it worth starting to Like you've been so good at getting off of sugar or getting off of, you know, it's about how much you love yourself and how much you respect yourself. And I know that might upset a couple of people here for me to say that, but this is going to be a crucial time for you to really set the example for yourself and maybe even others to choose wisely. You want the freedom, you want the abundance, you want your dream, and you can have it if you sort of watch out for this little guy here every once in a while. If you do go into the temptation of stuff that you know is just not good for you, when you do that, just go all in. Don't feel guilty, don't feel ashamed, don't feel like you know, misstepped or went wrong. Just full-blown commit to the wrongdoing. Just commit fully to it so that you at least don't feel guilty for the choice that you made in the moment. And then slowly transition back into the wise choices again. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Scorpio. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, beautiful. Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your new moon, solar eclipse, hybrid eclipse, quickie. I have to say it slowly or I'm tripping myself up. Okay, Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius, please? I need guiding information, inspiration for this transit. There you go. First card out. Sagittarius. What's that? Memories of love. Maybe being a little bit nostalgic over this transit. And wisdom. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing this as someone, or Sagittarius, is looking back at how it has been. That can be in a relationship. That can be in a family situation. It can be with like a romantic partnership. Whatever this is for you, I feel like it's a connection to someone else. It's a connection with someone else. And the next card out is that we have wisdom here, and I see you leave that behind. It's like you're reminiscing a little bit about how it's been. And sometimes it's not so fun, and sometimes it's really okay. Like whatever relationships we have, they don't always have to be so toxic or so bad for us or whatever. Well, we sort of just outgrow the relationship. We outgrow the situation that we're in, and we're asked from our source, from our inner being, to move on. And I just feel like for this transit, for this new moon solar eclipse, it probably is going to be a little bit of a catalyst for you to make that final step or final decision. Okay, it's time to go. It's time to make a change here. And however that looks for you, it's time to make a change here. And it is a little bit like heartfelt. It's a sweet and sour situation. It's like, you know, you have to go. And so you don't, maybe you have questioned that a little bit, like it's been a little bit back and forth for you, but once you know, and so you know it's time to go, so that's not up for debate. And even though you understand it's not healthy for you to stay there anymore, it's not healthy for you to, if you are to move on and if you are to upgrade yourself and go on your personal or spiritual journey, this is the right thing to do. But even so, it's still, you know, it still tugs a little bit on the heart. It's like, you're going to feel that one. So feel it out, and don't hold anything in or hold anything back. And because you feel like it's a little bit sad, doesn't mean that you're supposed to go back. It just means that you're processing the emotions that's going to come up from the release. Right? That's a big difference. It's not telling you to go back. It's telling you to process the emotions that's going to come up from the release. And you're going to come into wisdom about this. I already feel like you made the choice. Like, yeah, I know what to do here. It's still a little bit tough, but I know what to do here. We have 6, which is love and harmony, and the 5 is about overcoming a challenge. So it has taken a moment to get here, but you will get through this. As we say, this too shall pass. And you will do it brilliantly. Just allow yourself to have the emotions you will have. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Sagittarius. Thank you so much. Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse hybrid eclipse quickie. That was fast. That was a quickie. So Capricorn, we're waiting for a second card. We want 2 cards to come out here. First one, the same. Capricorn, this is the same as Leo. Leo had this exact card, and that also came out first. So maybe there's a connection to Leo somehow, some way. Take it, don't take it. Yeah, okay. You get 1 more, you get 3, Capricorn. And then you have the Leo connection again, the power card with Leo. Wow. There's a strong Leo connection here. So either you're meeting someone who is a Leo, or you're here checking your Capricorn. You can be checking your Capricorn's moon out, and you're a Leo sun, or vice versa, or something like that. I'm waiting for a third card. Okay, wait. Okay, sorry, just give me 2 moments here. We're done. Okay. I misunderstood that one. I thought we were waiting for a third card, but we were not. Okay. These are the cards. Harmony and power. This, I would say, like, this is a Leo. This is a Leo reading. But this is a Capricorn reading. So we're starting with this harmony card. This harmony card is all about the making connections on a very, very high vibrational level. We talk about love, and love has, love is the answer. Love is all we need. Love is everything. And love holds a really, really, really high vibration. But harmony is even higher. We have love, and then we have harmony on an even higher vibrational level. So this is a Capricorn that has reached a really high vibrational level, coming into that harmonious place within yourself, or at least striving for it, or it is being inspired to move towards it. And in that harmonious place, in that high vibrational place, there's a connection being made with someone else. There's a connection being made within yourself, with your source, with your soul first. And then there's a beautiful connection being made with someone else. That might be a Leo, but it might also be that you have a connection with Leo somehow, some way, or you have Leo in your chart somewhere. We have the power card here. Like, I just see this connection is going to be so powerful. This is going to be so vitally important for your path moving forward, whatever you're stepping into right now, personal growth, spiritual growth, whatever path that this new moon solar eclipse is kicking off for you. It's like a catalyst situation for you, mid-April until mid-May. There's a period here where you're going to step into this very powerful connection. If that is a soulmate, if that is a friend, if this is a business partner, if this is a mentor, a teacher, maybe a student, like you're the mentor here, you're the teacher here, however this looks, is going to be very, very important for you. Okay, for a brief moment there, for just a millisecond, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw someone standing there, like just full-blown man was standing there. I feel like this is going to be such a surprise to you. It's like just such a surprise to you, how they're all of a sudden. They're just there. I don't mean that, literally, that they just all of a sudden they're going to stand in your living room or in your bedroom or whatever. It's a little bit spooky. But just, it will feel like out of the blue. Where the heck did they come from? Well, that's your doing. We have 6 and 8, the powerful, powerful numbers. 6 is love and harmony. And 8 is the power number. 8 is strength. 8 is endless possibilities. And so you've done the work here. You're the one who's in this vibration first, attracting this beautiful, beautiful connection. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Capricorn. Thank you so much. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your new moon, your solar eclipse, your hybrid eclipse quickie. I just want to point out that your reading started at 4444. It's 44, 44. And to me, that just, you know, it blows my mind. It's just, 4 is all about the heart. It's all about the heart chakra, and 4 is all about laying a foundation for yourself. And to have 4 4s, it just emphasizes so much. It's not even a double 4. It's 4 number 4s. Can you say that? It's 4 number 4. Anyway, there's such a connection with your heart right now. There's such a connection with laying a strong foundation for yourself right now. That's really, really powerful to start with 44, 44. It might even be that those are the numbers that you're seeing in your like everyday life right now. You're seeing 4 just shows up everywhere for you. Just know that that is alignment for the heart. Okay, that's really, really beautiful. So, other than that beautiful intro, what do we have for Aquarius, please, for this transit? New moon, solar eclipse, hybrid eclipse. What do we have? Aquarius. We're waiting on 2 cards. At least I think so. Aquarius. First card out, which is Foundation and Achievements. Number 4 with Foundation. Are you freaking kidding me? We're starting with 44, 44, and you get the card which is a 4, and it's called Foundation and Achievements. Foundation. What is going on? If there's going to be another 4, I'm going to faint. No, I'm not. There can be a 4 and I will still not faint. But that is quite profound. Okay, what do we have here? I'm so excited to see what number is going to come out. Okay, it's really taking some time, so they want to get it right. 12. That went to, you know where? Oh, this whole reading is screwed up. No, it's not. But we have a rainbow that continues there. Okay. Foundation and achievements. I cannot point out or emphasize enough how important the number 4 is for you right now. Numerology wise, it's just everything that's the heart chakra. It's the heart. It's what really matters to you. It's what's really important to you, that you're diving into that right now. It's laying a new foundation for your life. It's laying a new foundation for your heart. It's a solid ground here. And this Foundation and Achievements, this is all about getting the dream. I can't remember now who else had this card. I'm sorry. Yeah, someone else had this card. I forgot who had this card. But this is about getting, and if I forgot it, there's probably no connection. There's this dream, there's this vision, there's something you want. You have a dream about something, and you're for sure, you're in the number 4 right now. You're in the force, literally, pun intended. You're in the force. You are making choices from the heart. You're coming from the heart. You're trying to make decisions from the heart. Your mind, I mean, this is quite really, really beautiful for Aquarius, because Aquarius is all about the mind, the really brilliant mind of Aquarius. But for Aquarius to drop down in the heart and really make a connection with the heart, that's not something that's easy for you. So I really commend you for that. And this is going to change your life. It's going to change your life coming from this perspective. We have this sacrifice card here, which is just talking about, I mean, we can call it a sacrifice. You might feel like you sacrificed certain things to get to a higher place. But this is when you leave the shadow side of you. You leave the, we never really leave the shadow side because we need it. But there's always going to be like a plus and a minus of us. There's always going to be a positive and a negative, because that's what's making up light. That's what makes us exist. So that's never going to go away, but you're not going to be in a lower vibrations anymore. Whatever has held you back, whatever has been in a lower state of mind or whatever, you know, that's probably the difference between mind and heart as well. The mind will never achieve what the heart can achieve. So coming from the heart place, a heart space, if you will call it that, sacrificing the lower planes and to really transcend into the higher planes, into the rainbow land where we get everything that we want. And it's number 12. It's like structure, it's planning, it's masculinity, it's going for it, it's action. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful Aquarius. That was such an awesome reading. And look out for the number 4. Thank you so much, guys. Bye. Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your new moon, solar eclipse, hybrid eclipse, quickie. So let's see what we have for Pisces, please, for this transit. What do we have for Pisces for this transit, please? That's mid-April until probably, give or take, mid-May of 2023. But definitely from a couple of days before the new moon and definitely like about a week into May. It's going to be the strongest. Pisces, what do we have for Pisces, please? We're waiting on 2 cards. I hear 1, so I don't know why I hear 1. Do I hear 1 because there's going to be only 1 card? It didn't come out. It didn't even flip, but I'm too curious. Rejoice in celebration. Okay, why do we hear 1? Let's see when the first card comes out, if that's it. Or maybe I heard none. And the priest. Nope. Come on. I'm getting a little frustrated. Okay. What do we have for Pisces, please? I'm speaking with my gentle and kind voice. We have movement at least. A little irritated. We have movement at least. There you go. Shadow. So now we're talking about the shadow that we talked about before. That wait a minute. Was that for Aquarius? We didn't talk about the shadow. I'm sorry. That was Aquarius. But maybe I'm not sorry. Maybe that's a connection for someone. That there's an Aquarius connection. Because I was talking to Aquarius about the shadow side. How we never sort of really get rid of the shadow side. We don't want to get rid of the shadow side because the shadow side is who we are. It's a part of us. It's a plus and a minus. So, okay. So we have the shadow side. This, okay, 1. Okay. These are coming out as 1. This should almost be seen as 1 card. I'm getting dizzy as I say this. So it's like a really strong emphasis on that. Like this should be seen as 1 card. Disruption and the shadow card is like 1 card. We're combining those. And so disruption, that was a hard thing to say. Disruption is the Tower. And so I just feel like for Pisces right now, there's a situation with this new moon, with this solar eclipse, with this hybrid eclipse. There's a catalyst there. There's an like, it's a catalyst of energy that's going to sort of if you haven't already come into this, there's going to be a lot of shadow work. There's going to be a lot of shadow stuff that's coming up. And not to alarm anyone, I mean, Pisces, if you heard the last reading that I did for you for April, you have nothing to fear. Like, you have nothing to worry about. Because that Pisces reading, if you haven't listened to it, please go listen to it. It was the most profound, loving, solid, harmonious energy I've ever felt. So that's probably why you now have so much space to do all this shadow work. There's room to deal with it. You know, when we have the expression, you will never be dealt more than you can handle. You will never be dealt more than you can handle. So this only means that there might be like a tower situation where the shadow side has all of a sudden has a voice. If you've been living in the shadow, if you've been living in the shadow part of you, if you're in the part of that, we sort of don't even feel that that's the truth, because that's our dominant place, if you will. So the more we step away from the shadow, the more we come into the light of ourselves, we start to really realize that there's a shadow side to us, if that makes any sense. And that's probably the first time really that you can deal with the stuff that the shadow brings. And that doesn't necessarily mean bad stuff. It just means stuff that is not to be taken too seriously, is not to, judge or analyze too much. It's just you are now coming into such a light place, such a heartfelt space that you can allow for the shadow to have a voice. You can allow for the stuff that you haven't dealt with in the past to come up to the surface. Not to talk about for 3,000 months, but to just acknowledge that they're there and let them transcend. But I feel like with this transit, with this new moon solar eclipse, is when it's going to start to kick in. If it hasn't already, you might be really intrigued by the shadow side of you already. Just know it's showing up because you have space to deal with it, because you have wisdom, knowledge, time even to deal with it. And you want to deal with it because it's going to bring you even higher. It's going to make you feel even wholer, if that's a word. Okay? That's what I have for you, beautiful, beautiful Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.